All right, so we are live, but we're still waiting to see if we can get them on. It's odd. So now they have a black screen,
Ah! So it's actually gotten worse.
right?
Man, we are just batting 1,000 here.
We are. Get.
Okay, I think this is us here. Oh, yep. Okay.
All right. Sorry, folks. We are trying to get this fixed. She said we might have to answer short answers here. So if you want to try that, that's fine. Are you able to get back in on your camera? Hey, Luna.
Oh, did you find it? Okay. Sorry, we've never had an issue with someone having no mic before.
Brian
Now,
says,
not only
now
is
no
he not,
camera.
he doesn't even have a so how do we
Video is out now.
camera, right camera? This is wild.
So do
And it
we
was the
want to
same.
try to reschedule them for another day or
We can definitely
continue?
do that. Maybe do some. We're gonna have to figure out why they can't get in.
Yeah, because it's just odd because I've never had that.
We might have to. We might have to do them like. Are they going to be at like Paranormal Rockdown?
I don't know.
We might have to. We might have to get you guys live. GoFundMe for Vikingcat laptop, please. We might have to do that, Meredith. We might actually
I
have to
guess
do
they
something.
put it out there and we'll see if we can help.
Yeah. Where do you guys live? I assume like Minnesota or something. I don't know.
Says
Poor
poor
investigators
investigators here. I think
Yeah, I
we
think
all are.
that's the whole lot of us.
Yep.
Yep.
Maryland, but it feels like Minnesota.
Oh, you're in Maryland. Oh, nice. I've got some family up there. Baltimore, in Jarrettsville-ish, in White Marsh area.
All right, so
If you know the areas.
I don't.
But if you're in Maryland, so hey, Ryan's here too. So that
Yay!
means you guys are gonna be you guys should be at the Battlefield Bash. And maybe you'll be at the booze on the battleship. Maybe?
So we're actually going to be, and let me see if I can share screen. Here's some of the locations that we've got. If you're going to be at any of these locations, then we'll see if we can possibly maybe do a podcast from the location.
Yeah. I'll wear something sexy.
Don't you always?
Always. Like, oh my God.
And I don't have all of the stuff on this one, so I'll have to upload a new event schedule.
Oh yeah, you're missing
added some stuff.
Yeah, you've got you're missing all kinds of stuff actually.
Yep, we are.
So you must just take that down.
Added quite a bit. So
we will be at the Missouri Paracon February 28th. I know that's a big one.
Yes. And then the one that I don't have on here.
And then Lone Star.
So we have April 26th. We're going to be on the USS North Carolina.
Well, hello, Mr. Walter. Battlefield Bash. Meredith says they will be on the Battlefield Bash for now. That's the one they're going on. Okay,
good.
Hey, that's great. We will get to see you there. Big hugs.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, Mr. Bill. Oh.
Mr. So Bill. I guess what we can do, Viking Cat is so quiet.
Right?
Well, if y'all would just speak up.
I know. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
Was that yours?
that was mine. That was mine. Yep.
So you changed your name, Farquad Los Nachos.
Well, yeah, because it's a new one. I can't reuse
That's
it.
true.
That's just. Yep. Snobs, right? They are.
We are yelling
Those Viking
inside.
cat.
Believe me, I am too, because I do not like having technical difficulties.
Yep. It sucks. It's the
IT
worst.
manager, I should be able to figure it out.
Yep, you're fired. Hey,
Please.
does anybody know what this is supposed to mean? I got these handy things. They're like, and they hold stuff.
Oh, it's like giving prayer, yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
And I got it to hold 2 balls.
Only you, Mike.
I don't know what they're made out of, but I just thought it looked cool. Hey, what up, dude? So, as a psychic, do you feel like drugs enhance your abilities?
Well, after taking that shot and having no dinner, it makes me feel like I can't even think. So I don't think it enhances anything.
Just curious, you know.
No, as far as it does make it to where kind of relax a little bit. So it does open up, but it also opens you up to susceptibility of having attachments.
Or accidentally purchasing like an extended warranty for your vehicle.
That is true.
You know
Very
what I
true.
mean? You get
Or
suckered.
spending way too much on Amazon and your husband having to tell you to stop.
Yeah, that is also not good. But I love Amazon. Amazon is great, man.
It's
You know what?
easy.
I wonder if ghosts shop at Amazon. Like,
They're
I wonder if
probably
people get stuff.
watching over our shoulders as we're scrolling through. It's like, what do I need today?
Yeah, well, like, I wonder how many people get something. Oh, I didn't order this, and it was because a ghost ordered it.
No, that would be Loki for you
Probably, or potentially my wife.
or
It's
your
true.
wife. Yep.
Yeah,
Or something that holds balls.
exactly.
That is true.
But I mean, because they can interact with things physically, right? To
Yes.
some degree. Dude, nobody does, Bree. Nobody, okay? But they always try.
They try. That's why they keep making the phone calls.
I think every person that's over the age of like 73 has probably accidentally done it. Drugs, alcohol, and Amazon don't mix.
They do not. No.
James, would you really know? I am the extended warranty for my vehicles.
Yep. I had a gummy and bought more chickens. That would be me.
Nice. Meredith, do you have chickens? Do you have chickens and a Viking cat?
So I'm curious as to how did they come up with the name Vikingcat?
They have a cat named Loki.
Okay, so I guess you asked that earlier and I didn't hear it.
Yeah, and then apparently, but I don't know where the Viking part comes from.
Well, he's a Viking with the beard.
Oh, is that what it is? That's why I
Maybe.
just assumed he was from like Minnesota or
Maybe
something.
he's Nordic or something.
Oh, you have many cats and chickens, or just many chickens? I'll call you when mine breaks, James. Yep. Ron says gummies are crazy. They are. Oh, Ron, you sent me a video, and I totally forgot. I have to check that out.
I saw part of it, but it wouldn't play, and then I got busy with something else, so I have to check it out too.
Okay, well, we'll get there. Oh,
We're
you're
both
both.
Viking
Oh,
descendants, so that's why. Okay. I'm a Norseman. Okay, that's cool.
okay. You're a Norseman. 2 cats and 19 chickens. Holy monkey nipples.
At one point, I had 26 cats,
Did you really?
3 dogs, a ball python, 2 iguanas, like 7 fish tanks, 4 rabbits, and a cockatoo.
Wow.
At
Meredith
one
and
time.
I are Viking blood and love cats. Hopefully you aren't related. That'd be weird. The awkward turtle. Don't ever do a 23andMe.
Oh, no.
I'm just
One
what
son is enough.
yes.
So have you ever done a one of those DNA tests?
I have not.
I did Ancestry.
Yeah,
Yep.
ancestry.com or whatever.
Yep, and I'm Scottish, Irish, and European.
Oh, nice. I'm a peeing too. Not
You're
right
always
now.
peeing.
It's true. I know, like, I haven't done it, but I know one was done in the Galliano family. I probably should. I'm Norwegian, and she's a Dane. Oops.
So didn't they actually fight one another?
Norwegians and Danes,
I
Danish and
think
the
so.
Norwegians. I think so. 6 dogs, 6 cats, and 6 bunnies. Dang! I got 4 dogs, 3 bunnies, 1 turtle, and 1 pigeon. They can't walk. Hi, Annie. James got 4 dogs, 3 cats, and a potbelly pig.
So is it a full-size potbelly pig?
Dang.
Or is it one of the little minis? Because those are so
Mom's got a Scotch whiskey. I've got my Buchanan's pineapple. What up, Vince? Yeah, big enemies.
Robert said he did Ancestry and he has family 55.8 miles from Mike's Italian family in Italy.
I believe that. All the Gallianos lived on like one street corner in Palermo, Sicily. And a goat. I really want a baby goat.
I want a baby goat.
They're awesome.
I am going to run grab me another drink because I only grabbed the one. So I'll be right back.
Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah. She is a big potbelly. Okay. It's an inside pig? Bree, did you say it's an inside pig that James has? How do you keep a giant pig inside? I mean, honestly, I think I just answered my own question because I have some friends that were like 400 pounds, and obviously they could be inside, so why couldn't a pig, I suppose? Anyway, anywho, I'm going to go ahead and pour myself my Buchanan's. Whoa, whoa. And then there was one. Yep. Vince, what are you up to, buddy? Well, we were going to have Brian and Meredith on as guests, but they had some issues. So hopefully we can work that out, and we will try to get them on like live, maybe at Booze of the Battleship. I know let's see. She's housebroken. Has a huge dog cage. Wow, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
A screaming goat and a fainting goat. Yeah, apparently like not all goats faint. It's a certain type of goat that faints. Goat on a boat, baby. That's right, Annie. The goat will be on the boat. Of course, I got to bring my costume. I bring it everywhere. But I don't wear it all the time. So you got to make sure you get photos of me while I'm in it. That's the trick.
Well, you have to make it unique, and because if you're in the whole costume the whole time, it's not special.
Oh, and my son is cooking dinner for me. That's cool, Vince. How old is your son? Like 5? And she's smarter than most dogs. I've actually heard that pigs are like wildly intelligent.
Yeah.
Do you want Vince to come on real quick?
We can.
Yeah.
So with Brian and Meredith, I did have some questions, but since they're not on, we can't really, kind of talk to them because I know with Brian, he's a combat veteran and author, because I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about his book, and he's a podcaster. He's actually studied psychology and does the paranormal investigations. He's also a photographer, life minister, and of the Universal Life Church Ministries. So,
Yeah, he's a priest, right? Of some sort?
I don't know necessarily a priest, but he's a minister. It's a little bit different.
He's not like one of those that's like weird into the altar boy type priests. He's like
I have no idea what his fetishes are, but I doubt it.
We don't know what that is. Well, Leah, let's see if we can. Do you want to send Vince a link and he can get in here and
we can do
at least then we could all ask him some questions, get to know Brian Fuller from Vikingcat Paranormal a little bit more,
and hopefully maybe they can try again to get back in.
Same thing with Meredith.
Let me get over to Vince.
Like Brian, do you guys have Brian and Meredith, do you guys have like YouTube episodes that people can go check out? Paraflix, OnlyFans. Oh, you're preparing my snacks for Missouri. Awesome. Thank you, Annie. You know I'm going to need them, especially because I bet you everything closes there early.
Probably. All right, I sent the link to Vince.
Okay, cool.
And
Spirits with Spirits.
Spirits with the Spirits.
Okay, look, he did. He sent us a link.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's their OnlyFans. Okay.
Did you say that's their OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans, yep. Only boobs? Oh, booze. I was excited in the beginning, less excited after, but that's okay.
So I do have, let's see. So there we go. Paranormal on the Tracks. Did I get the wrong one? That is the wrong one.
That is definitely the wrong one. That is Nick Sarlo.
That is Sarlo.
A great dude. We got to meet him recently and talk to him a little bit. What a fun guy. Not a fun guy.
So that was actually on the other podcast that I had it set up. So I'll have to reset this up. Hold on a second.
Jimmy says he's good with only boobs. Right?
Was Vince coming in?
I sent do you send him a link?
I did.
Okay. Vince is coming in.
And Brian, there he is. And Brian, I'll reach out to you and Meredith and try to see what we can do about getting this fixed and getting you set up again, and we'll set up another podcast.
See, I believe that. Beard pics. Hey!
Oh my God. I forget Restream has these problems. Hold on. Y'all can hear me though, right?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Hold on.
Because I think before it was your mic wasn't working on the.
Yeah.
He sells bushy
I'm the only
pics of his
person that has
beard.
these problems on Restream.
He loves my beard.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the. Oh,
that's why. No, that's not it either. Well, shit.
Nope, still no.
Oh,
we can
So
hear
what are
you.
you trying to do, Vince?
Boy, it's just like one issue.
Intimate with the mic.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we definitely want to make sure that we spend some time with them on Booze on the Battleship. If you don't have your tickets for that yet, get your tickets for Booze on the Battleship. It's going to be incredible. Yes, Ron, we can hear you just fine.
I can't hear Ron at all.
None. Zero. Zip.
Dude, it's only Restream, I'm telling you. No other platform.
That's so strange.
It is very,
very.
I think you're the only one that we've had problems with is your headphones, and now with Brian and Meredith, their camera wouldn't work, and then they couldn't get audio.
Well, shit.
Yeah. And then Battlefield Bash is going to be so fun.
Yes.
Meredith, are you guys going to the Battlefield Bash?
That's what they're saying. They're going to be there.
The Battlefield.
Oh, great.
So we'll
I
set
like
something up and hang
StreamYard.
out.
James.
I like StreamYard. Marilyn and Dinglehead over here should use StreamYard, not Restream.
I've used StreamYard before, and it does not have as many things that we use because I like Restream.
I'm just
So,
making
so sell
funny like
StreamYard to me. Sell it.
sell it.
Sell it.
So, Vince, you said your kid's cooking for you?
Yeah, dude. Isn't that fucking weird?
How old is your kid?
He's 14.
Oh, wow. That's cool, man. What are they making?
Some baked mac and cheese or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
I hate baked mac and cheese, so this is gonna be a test because I feel like when you bake it, once you've already made it, it just makes it crusty.
Crusty mac and cheese.
It's just weird.
Well, Ron, we hope you do get a chance to make it. It's going to be a blast. And then Annie
Dude.
said, were you at Cajun last year? We were. And we absolutely loved it. The people who ran it were incredible. All right, Brian, we're gonna go ahead and we're interested if we can either figure out a way to get you a laptop or try to do an interview in person. And go from there. Maybe at the Battlefield Bash in July.
There you go.
That sounds sexy. You cooked for your parents once. Yeah, I'm not allowed to cook. So I burnt the hair off both of my forearms trying to make eggs and then blew my eyebrows off trying to make ramen noodles.
You know, somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. At least I'm consistent.
I mean, you could say that.
Consistently chaotic.
We can't hear you, Marilyn.
Yeah, now yours isn't working.
Can you hear me now?
No, I'm deaf.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out, we are trying to get it off to make it. What are you trying to get off?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
That's what Ron is saying. We are trying to get it off to make it. What are you trying to get off?
That's
His
crazy
work.
talk.
He's trying to get off from work. Well, he doesn't work, but she does, right? And for the school?
I think they both
You ruined
work.
spaghetti? I've done that. I ruined spaghetti. It's the worst. I ruined shrimp scampi. I made the shrimp. I cooked the shrimp so long, I could literally throw it and bounce it off of the cabinets. It was the worst.
Yeah, since I'm allergic to seafood, it's just worse anyway.
That's true.
Oh, that sucks for you. Seafood is good.
Actually, it doesn't suck for me because I have the kind of the outlook, if I have to break into something to eat it, I really don't want it.
Oh, but it's so good. It's so it's just
He's gonna have an orgasm just thinking about it.
it's so good.
Like lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, dude, that was so weird, wasn't it? We got like Kraft mac and cheese, and then but it was Kraft mac and cheese with like imitation lobster.
Dude,
And
it was
where was that at?
and
It was
like
good
through the
though.
nose.
It was good though.
It was. Was it at the Whitney?
Yeah, the Whitney in Detroit.
Yeah. But it was a legit Kraft mac and cheese. Like there's no other way around that.
Like like if anyone knows or remembers, the way Kraft used to do it was long, skinny noodles that were holy but didn't curve at all.
Nope, straight.
And it's just weird stuff.
Yeah. That's true. So have you seen all the postings for good old Shane Pittman and his new show?
Paranormal Mysteries coming to you from streambeacontv.com. I'm going to guess somewhere in the summer because they're filming right now. So,
yeah, they're blasting out like every single episode too. So,
yeah,
lots of editing to be done.
Ouija board powering your podcast. I don't know about that. A buddy of mine made that for me, actually.
You cooked the noodles for 2 hours?
How? That's gross. What?
Wow.
They're just like soggy and they'll just like melt.
It'd be just a blob.
Yeah. What? Who's cooking their mac and cheese for 2 hours?
That's what he
So
was saying. He ruined spaghetti, so that's what he did. That's how he ruined it.
I didn't see.
when I was 14, I was working for a church, and it was Sunday service, and the head priest guy, he was the one that does most of the cooking in the kitchen, and he was making spaghetti, and he told me as I was walking through the kitchen, and he said, "Mike, stir this." I said, "Okay." So I grabbed the big wooden spoon and I started stirring the spaghetti, and then he walked off. He didn't come back for hours, so I stayed there that whole time stirring the spaghetti. And he finally comes in several hours later and is like, "Mike, what are you doing?" So I'm stirring the spaghetti, but it's getting really hard because it had just turned to like mush,
Blech.
Yeah.
From someone that has a slight Italian background, it makes me want to break a kneecaps.
Yeah, I'm not. Then I'm allergic to olives. I'm like the worst Italian, dude. It's
Oh
crazy.
shit! What? Really? That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Right?
Oh,
And you
Italian
know
and
what? That makes me wonder. When you die and you become like a ghost, like if you were allergic to like cat hair, like are you still allergic to it like as a ghost? Like are there like sneezing ghosts?
that's the roar we get on the DR60. You walk into a place that has cats as a ghost and you sniffle, but on the recording it sounds like, but it's really just you going, chew.
It could be.
Right? Yeah, I mean that's weird, but those are like the weird like if you have a fear when you're alive, right? Like let's say you had a fear of needles or a fear of blood, right?
Right.
When you die, do you carry that fear with you?
Shit, I don't know. Maybe.
Right.
I
I
like to
think
think
so.
I like to think that people, because we don't ever know who we're talking to. So I mean, my whole theory has always been that. So just to put preference and a little bit of background, I've seen tapes come out of the Vatican that general civilians aren't supposed to see, and people who
Like
claim
the
demon.
OnlyFans type tapes? Only altar boys.
Sure, not those kind of tapes. But people who claim demons and all that kind of stuff all the time. The tapes that I saw, the recordings that I saw, it's extreme to the point to where I think about it every day. I've had multiple nightmares about those tapes that I've seen.
Wow.
And there's a reason why civilians shouldn't see these recordings. As it'll haunt you. It's like PTSD. But for people who like claim demons and all that kind of shit all the time, I like to think that when you come across something that's like mad or someone would claim demon, whatever, I like to think that people die with a part of themselves. So I'd like to think that they have their personalities intact. So if you died pissed off, if you died happy, if you died in your sleep, I think that those will reflect in your personality as, if you're communicating with someone. So, you talk about being pushed or scratched or whatever. Well, that might be someone who's pissed off at how they died or maybe they don't know they're dead and they're just pissed off for, something that happened before they died. Maybe they're living Groundhog Day every single day and
Every day.
it just makes them fucking mad.
Yep.
And what about like people that die of like when they just die of like old age? Like, do you stay old when you're dead?
That's a crazy. That's more of a MaryLynn question, I think.
So as a psychic, whenever
Because if that's the case, then I'd like to die now.
So whenever I see them, they are actually representing themselves as the person they were at their best. So say
I wasn't calling you old, by the way. I was just saying you're the medium. So
I figured, but I am old, so. But say you have somebody that's 100 years old, but their best part of their life was in their 30s. So that's how they represent themselves. They'll show me now, but then they'll show me their best them. So that's how they keep themselves there.
They're like, this
How
is
do
when
you
I
know
had
what
a
the best
six
you
pack.
What, Mike?
How do you know what the best you is?
It's when they felt the best. So when were you the happiest? And when, when was things going your way and just everything was the best time in your life?
I was a sperm.
So then
I
I'll
had-
see you as a sperm.
Oh
I was
my
happy.
God.
I had friends.
I think you know what.
You had
Honestly,
millions of
Place to
friends.
live.
honestly, Marilyn, I think if you saw Mike in his past life, he'd just be naked.
I probably.
Probably.
Cookies. I love my cookies.
Yes, I was gonna say eating cookies.
I think that there's. Is it browned, William?
Oh, let's see it.
Did you brown it?
Are you talking about his poop?
No.
Not the
No.
poop.
Oh, well.
The mac and cheese.
Okay.
Let's see it.
He can come say hi.
Bring it up to me, William. Just bring me my serving, not the whole pan.
Yeah.
You're
No,
hungry.
I have a rule with my kids. My kids don't partake in anything unless it's with me. I keep my private life to myself.
Yep.
And
Sure.
my children do not indulge.
In-
As both of you know, that any kind of public or publicity, anyone who's a public figure or nothing, and that's not me trying to be a douche. That's just really what it is.
It's protecting your family life.
It brings out weird people.
It does.
I've had death threats on TikTok over my kids.
Wow.
I've literally had I had a half of a year where I had like a hacking thing that I was doing for a long time, for about 6 months, because I was getting these threats. Well, I finally pinned the kid that was threatening me, and I hacked into his IP address. I found his address, his number, his dad's number, his mom's number. I called his dad and asked him if his son was current on TikTok, and he said yes. And I was like, do you have his phone? Can you get his phone? He said yes. And I was like, tell me what his screen name is. And as he started to say it, I started to say it with, will you go get what I asked you for? This is not browned. It's not now. Will you go get what I asked you for?
What up, dude?
Oh my God.
More party paranormal in the house. Vince is being served by Chef Boyardee.
Yeah. But so I basically talked to this kid's dad that had been threatening me. And it led to the son getting an old school ass whooping. So I don't entertain my kids being in public eye whatsoever.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as I let it go is my son is son investigator on all platforms that he is allowed to be on. And my daughter is 16, so I don't shut her down as far as like commenting or whatever, but William, I shut down on that.
Right.
For a good reason.
So what made this kid stalk you and threaten you?
Because kids are assholes.
Well, that's a given.
And social media gives them like no boundaries.
That's true.
It gives them some kind of reign or some kind of feeling like they're untouchable or whatever the case. So like my son, go ahead and go eat.
So do you
Go
think?
ahead and go eat.
Yeah, go eat.
Yeah. But I think it gives them the possibility if they're protecting themselves enough as far as screen names and no pictures, they feel like they're untouchable.
Yep.
So that makes that. So here's another one about ghosts in general. Do you think now that we've reached this technological age that there is such a thing as like ghosts in the machine? Whereas, these kids that they do nothing but interact with social media all the time. Do you think it's possible at some point investigators will find that there are basically like ghosts on the internet?
You know, I'm friends with a lot of the younger creators. And
hey, Thomas.
I have some that are.
Hello.
What's up, Thomas? And by the way, I had Chef Boyardee for dinner. Of course you did, Eric.
My man.
There are some adults that act like that too on social media. Well, James, we can't get into that because I talk about that. I talk about that all the time. That there's no reason for drama, and if you see drama, just keep scrolling. There's no reason to indulge.
But do you ever think, like, maybe even 30, 40, 50 years from now, do you think there will be such a thing as, ghost hunters having to hunt them down, like, on the internet?
Well,
inside the web itself.
We do that now.
Think so? Yeah.
I mean, if you take it in a literal stance, we do that now. So we do. Brian and them couldn't make it because they're having technical difficulties.
Brian and Meredith.
We had them on chat. They had to go take care of their kid, but we're gonna try to get them on again later. Hopefully by Battlefield Dash, in fact.
But I think that what it all boils down to is that, we do that already. So we track down these locations through research, and 90% of that research comes from the web. So because people can't really research anything by book anymore because it's all on the web.
Well, I think where Mike is going with that is the spirits going onto the web. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, like living in the internet.
Like the ghost in the machine of controlling things. And, that's to where I think with them, draining batteries and stuff like that, they're learning. So you never know. They may become advanced and learn how to manipulate because they can turn TVs on.
Could you imagine being a complete piece of shit and looking up stuff on the web that you're not supposed to, and all of a sudden Chris Hansen pops up on your laptop?
That'd be funny.
Hey, can you take a seat? I need to talk to you about something.
Right.
But no, I've heard reports of that before. I had a friend last year who had a friend, I had a friend that was in some kind of chat room. I don't remember what it was, but something about the that's white Mexican people. What? White people Mexican? Oh, okay. I had no idea what you're saying.
They're talking about Taco Bell.
Oh, gotcha. I like Taco Bell.
I had Taco Bell today.
Taco Bell.
But I think I think that still happens today. The friend I had or whatever was in a group chat. And, okay, you could probably look up every single thing about a person. But being out in the middle of the woods and someone describing your clothing to you over a chat, when you've never met this person before in your life, and telling you that telling you to get out of the house that you're living in because it's not yours, it's theirs. I think is powerful. Now, that's a lot to be said. Could there have been someone outside her window, right? Or could it be that, one of her friends or family members just had some lucky guesses on what she was wearing? But you hear reports about that already. I had one that was really funny last year. So I get my grandmother on my mother's side passed away. That wasn't really, we weren't close or anything. And
how far were you?
Anyway, I get this message from her Facebook account. It's not hacked. It's her Facebook account. But what's funny is that I instantly could tell it was from It was from a scammer.
Ah,
So somebody had gotten her email address or whatever,
Yeah.
and you know, got into her page or whatever. She was like, "Hi, how's it been?" And I said, "You're dead." And she goes, and she responded with, "No," or what she say? She said, "No, I am Carolyn. That's why I still life." So it was
okay, great.
So it was very, very clear that it was like a scammer from India or something
Yeah.
like that. But
but talking about that, it's like I was on a conference call actually this morning, and I keep hearing this woman in the background. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like they're saying that there was nobody talking with, because there was like 7 of us on the call, and they didn't have anybody around them. But I kept hearing it come through my speakers.
and they weren't hearing it. You were.
They were not hearing it. I was hearing it. It was physically hearing it on my speakers.
Well, I mean,
That's
don't
wild.
you? I mean, aren't you used to that, Paranorman?
I am, but to have it to come over the computer is usually not something that
Oh.
happens with me.
I thought you were saying on a call, like you were
Oh
on.
no,
the
it was
phone.
on a Teams call on the computer, and I was hearing it coming over the speakers. So that was definitely interesting. So it's interesting that you bring that up, Mike, about coming through Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, how wild.
Everyone was like, "MaryLynn's out of her fucking mind. We got to get off this call."
Yeah. Right?
But they know what I do, so.
Oh my gosh!
But
you
yeah, they
imagine?
say I'm out of my mind.
Could you imagine you're on the other side of the call and you're like, and you don't know MaryLynn, you don't really know what she does, and you're like, "What the fuck is this girl on?"
Right?
Honestly, I've had that.
She's like, "Who's saying that?" And you're just like, "Everyone."
Hello.
Well, what's funny though is, as a psychic, when people find out that I do that, they start looking away, and it's like, I'm sorry, you don't have to meet my eyes to be able to look me in the face for me to be able to read you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Right.
funny.
You know
It's
what?
like,
I don't
well,
even think you have to be psychic to know the look you're getting.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, you're going to read my mind. It's like, I'm not a mind reader. That's totally different.
Stay
She's
out
a
of my
weak
brain.
minder.
Hey, Crystal.
Missed out. Well, folks, we
Hey,
might
Mike,
as well
did you
let,
send Crystal her alcohol?
did you send me your address?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I will resend it to you again.
Did you send it to me?
I did.
What happened?
Oh, I keep waiting for it. I
You,
must admit. Oh, was it when I was sick though?
yes, it was. I'll send it to
Okay.
you again.
Sorry,
So
Crystal, I got like super sick, so.
I didn't have
Crystal
any.
won a contest.
I didn't have any good things, so I just brought out Twisted
It's
Tape.
the tea.
You want to do another shot? Or are you good?
I was getting ready to end it because we're at about 40 minutes.
So wow, Mike blaming Mary.
Damn, bring
That's
me
how
on
I
for
always
15
do it.
minutes.
You
That's
know?
crazy. That's crazy talk, bro. What?
Yeah,
That's how
we've
we
been
always
fighting
operate.
with internet trying to get, or with the trying to get them on since 7.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Right. Spirits for the spirits.
Spirits with spirits, everyone. Woo.
Don't get in
Jedi.
front of it. Don't get in front of a Twisted Tea. You saw that video, right?
Oh, no, I haven't.
You've never seen that video?
No.
No, dude. Oh my God. They're at a gas station. This white guy is talking crazy to a black guy. And the guy just hauls off and hits him dead in the face with an unopened can of Twisted Tea.
Oh,
Nailed him.
Knocks his fucking ass out, and it is hilarious.
Hey, Jenny.
Jenny,
Hey,
how
what's
are you
up,
feeling?
Jenny?
I know Jenny's got an outer and inner ear infection.
Who did?
Jenny
Jenny.
has an ear infection.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, she can't- it was an ear infection.
You know what? She's probably wearing AirPods, and she's pissed now because you yelled at her.
Right.
So I am in 2 channels.
You might be.
What
Yeah, because we
channels?
had, well, what we did is we restarted the podcast from the original one because they were not being able to connect right. So we were thinking if we restarted it, maybe that would reset everything, and it didn't work.
Crystal, I don't know if you know Mike in real life, but there's no surprise here. Mike blames everything on MaryLynn.
Right.
I'm used
Even if
to it.
it's my fault.
He could rip the loudest fucking fart you've ever heard in your life, and he'll look over at her and be like, "Why'd you do that?"
It's true.
pretty much.
Oh my God, poor woman.
Especially if we're walking in the store or something, and it's like, really?
Yeah. That's the best time to do it.
Oh, dude. Oh, what was it? Where did we go? I think it was Cracker Barrel, and we're walking through the gift shop or whatever, and he just lets off the hardest one and looks at someone he doesn't know and was like, "That's crazy." I'm like, "What?"
Well, he usually owns it though. He's like, oops.
Yeah, that's true. But I like to wait, live in the illusion for just a moment.
So
That it could have been somebody else.
I want to play podcaster for a second.
Okay.
Sure.
So we are here today with Michael Galliano and MaryLynn Bast, and I, along with everyone else, want to know, what is your next episode coming out?
Good question.
Next question. It should be, I believe it's actually February 4th.
Okay, and are you able to discuss what location, or are you under NDA?
Well, that one
Fifth might be February 5th. So actually, I'm pretty sure the next location is going to be the Hoover House, actually.
Yes.
In Gettysburg.
In
Yes.
Gettysburg, yes.
Shout out
I've
to-
actually gotten to, I've been able to pre-see the episode.
It's
And
good.
it is so good. It is so
Shout out
funny.
to Pamela and Steve Berry.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. Actually, I actually just talked to Pamela because somebody had asked me how to get tickets. And I was like, I have no idea. She was like, you just buy tickets at the door. They're $20. I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny. And how was the activity at the Hoover House? I've actually never been.
It was actually, so it's funny because our show isn't really, like a true investigatory show, right?
Not for you, but for MaryLynn it is.
Yes.
Right. She gets to do, but no, it was really active. Like it was really active. It just, we couldn't really key in on a lot of it because of kind of what we were doing at the time. But
well, that's where I was able to, because we talked about some of it on the episode.
we did.
So
we did, yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that's happening there, and
And there's a lot of stuff that happened that didn't make the episode.
yes.
I mean, a lot that happened. Because remember, they're only 29 minutes, so he's trying to cram a lot into a little space. So there was a lot that didn't make it into the episode, but yeah, that place is pretty crazy, man.
So I don't know where our streaming owners are, but I think that for each TV show, once we film an entire series, an entire season for a show, I think that everyone deserves behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And bloopers as a one-off episode for the season. That way
you're actually working on that,
so we can all see what's going on. And I think that should be for every show.
For every show, yes.
Because who would not love to see Michael Galliano bust his ass coming out of the shower?
He does that already.
I do, yeah.
He busts his ass walking into the RV.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
trying to climb down to go to the bathroom.
But to be fair, I busted my ass walking out of it. So
that's true. Yeah, that RV almost took us all out at one point.
Yeah. What's the dog's name?
Truth. This is Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse. Where's Mickey?
Yeah, no Mickey, huh?
No Mickey.
Oh,
Minnie's in charge.
She doesn't have a lover.
Nope, she is. She's got to be number one.
Yep, she's
That's
the dominant.
Crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So, out of curiosity, MaryLynn, what is your what has been your favorite episode to date, and why?
Well, for me, we were actually talking about this the other day, and it's the Baton Rouge location.
Okay.
And because just the things that happen there and being able to get in to that location, we are the only team that's actually been in there to investigate, and it was just wide open. And
I don't think that episode is kind of like our turning point.
It was, yes. So, and I think that's the best one, and just being able to connect with what's going on there. And it also shows you the kind of the range for Mike, for him being serious.
Well, we're talking about you. We'll get to him in a minute.
Well, I know, but it's still that was. But for me, it was just being able to connect with that and just knowing because it's the hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff and life and death and everything happening there, and it was a as a birthing center actually. People coming in, but it also cancer and just it's a woman's hospital.
Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't know where was the location in Louisiana.
In Baton Rouge.
You know that in Baton Rouge and in New Orleans during the White Plague epidemic, that they were literally lining up bodies up and down the street. Up and down the street.
Yep.
So much death that makes Waverly Hills and Molly Stark and all these other locations look like a really small location.
Yep.
I thought you meant lining them up to like jump them.
No, lining
What,
up
on your motorcycle?
Yeah.
No, lining up bodies up and down the street.
They didn't have anywhere else to put them, so that's where they just kind of stacked them until they could state they were being staged. What it was.
They said that like testimonies and stuff during that era, people who survived the White Plague epidemic claim that that the city of New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and I want to say Lafayette smelled to the point of to where people were having to wear masks or cover their faces with cloths or whatever, just couldn't even get a decent smell inside their own homes.
Well, that's where you see where they had the mask that had the long nose on it. They had little packets in there that would kind of help with the smell. So that way they wouldn't smell that. So that's why you see those. And it wasn't to scare anybody, as that was their only way of making a mask.
Yep.
I walked out of the Jack in the Box because it smelled like poopy. So I couldn't live there. There's just not. It's not going to happen.
And to be fair, Jack in the Box is not the best place to be. Now, Mike, what has been your favorite episode?
Honestly, that's been released. Baton Rouge, definitely, because I feel like it was everything we wanted in an episode, kind of wrapped into one. And that was the first time that we'd been able to kind of capture that and understand that feeling.
Was that the one where you're in a police outfit?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Dude, you know what's funny is that on Stream Beacon TV, for anyone who doesn't know, no one on Stream Beacon fakes evidence. And the producers and the executives and everybody else makes sure of this. So the fact that Mike was 45 minutes late to an investigation that he was supposed to be at is genuine.
Yep.
And this man comes rolling in on a scooter with flashy lights like a police officer, looking like the dude from Reno 911. I'm surprised you didn't come in wearing cowboy boots.
They were too expensive.
I think he would have if he could afford it.
Oh my God.
But if you notice, the shoes I was wearing matched my hat. So they were Louisiana colors, purple, LSU.
And you actually left those here at my house, and Pat's actually wearing them. Not right this minute, but he wears them on occasion.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
So he's getting a lot of experience with the different shoes and stuff that you leave here.
That's amazing.
You know what? Mike leaving things anywhere is accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly natural.
So even when we leave the hotel room, it's like, okay, did you get this? Did you get this?
Stacey.
Always a checklist to make sure that he's gotten everything.
What's up, Stacey?
Yeah, and I hide snacks all over the place. And even when I leave the hotel, there'll just be bags of snacks I didn't even eat.
This dude.
Under the seat in my car is like I found the other day. I found this big stash of stuff. I was like, what the hell?
Dude. Any time I've ever been around Mike, he pulls candy out of places that I didn't know existed.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not even that I want to eat. I have to have it. It's the craziest thing, but I got to know that I have it.
So what we're saying is that we need to have an intervention on Stream Beacon TV.
Maybe.
Well, I think that comes
Michael
from the past.
It's
it is a PTSD kind of thing. So
it is.
I think I can relate because I used to be a 2-pack a day smoker, so I've resorted to this. but just having this helps. I hit it every once in a while, but
Yep.
it passed
That's
addictions.
cool, man.
Maybe I don't know.
Well, and that was, for me too. It was food because growing up, we never knew when we were going to get our next meal. So that's where you kind of overindulge.
Right.
Tsunami warning triggered for California and Oregon after a 7.0 magnitude earthquake.
Oh, that was like yesterday.
That just got released 17 minutes ago.
Oh, that's
Another
There's
Yeah,
a-
Mike, get with it.
earthquake.
So breaking news, have her, what was it?
Oh, there was a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. So there's a tsunami warning in Oregon and California.
Oh, shit. That's not
Well,
good.
hello, Stacy. Hello,
Maybe it'll
Paranormal
put out the
Rock Show.
fires that they have.
Yeah, they got all those fires, and it's crazy. So I do this event every year, and in fact, MaryLynn did it last year, and Vince is going to help us this year.
Oh, that's right.
Called Gold Rush Rally, and it actually starts in Beverly Hills. And a lot of the people the owners of the event, Ramin and his family and a lot of others live in the Palisades.
Oh, well, they might
everything's
not
gone. They
now.
lost everything.
Wow.
He's like, it's just incredible. He's like, everything's gone. Everything is gone. And it's just, they're very, very mad because
I can imagine.
it shouldn't have happened, and it did, and they're very upset. But it looks like Gold Rush is going to happen anyway.
It's a natural disaster, though. I mean, it's not something that you can really, you can't prepare for that.
But it happens quite often there because of the fires and
issue
stuff. And then they have that reservoir that was completely drained and they didn't have it active.
Yeah, they
so
didn't refill the reservoir. There was a $15 million budget cut. They had fired hundreds of tech workers, mechanics, and firefighters, and didn't do any rehires. And there was so little water in the other reservoirs that they actually didn't have any water pressure, so none of the fire hydrants worked.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
I didn't know all that.
activated.
Yeah. So that's what they're mad about because they're just like, this is awful. So, but it sounds like Gold Rush is still going to happen. They've still got people signing up. Good thing they're rich, I guess. Maybe they're fine for now, but
Hey, insurance.
I've got a cousin who does special effects in Hollywood, and she had marked herself yesterday as safe from the fires or
That's
whatever.
Good.
And she was telling me, I was like, "How you doing?" And she was like, "I'm good, but it's getting scary because it's getting closer."
yeah,
Um,
it's still burning as far as I know.
literally in the studio working on special effects for Avatar 3, and has no idea if she's going to be in the same building tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
wow.
crazy, huh?
Yeah, because I have a tech that lives out there, and he lost complete internet. Lost power, everything. So
You fire
just,
him?
do what?
Did you fire him?
No, I can't, and I'm not going to for that.
You're like, I can't.
I
You
only
try.
fire
What does
them
that
when they're
mean?
not
You try.
doing their job.
Well, he's not doing his
That's
job. You're fired.
You can't.
That's true. Well, that's not
You
true.
make it
Even
sound
if
like
there's
I'm
no-
a tyrant.
even if the building is not there, he could still go and hook up the equipment.
I guess. I'm
How would
not a
that work?
fan. I love you.
Well, I mean, you plug it in.
There's no building.
Yeah, but the plugs are probably still there, right?
Well, and they shut off half the power.
We'll work on
That's a
perfecting
problem.
it. Okay.
Generators.
If
I'm gonna
there's
go
no
buy
building,
generators.
you can't connect anything.
Tell him he's fired.
Nope, that's not happening.
You can't fire somebody over a natural disaster, Mike. Does he?
No.
That's true.
Well, he's talking about that is because I was in the back of the car as we're going to one of our locations to go filming, and I'm having to terminate some employees.
Oh,
So yeah, that's what he's referring to.
MaryLynn,
Yeah.
just on a road trip, just firing people. It's crazy.
She was, dude, like in the back seat. It was crazy.
But I was nice about it.
Oh yeah, that was the worst part. She's like, "Hey, how's your day going? Well, you're fired. Okay, I'll talk to you
Could you
later."
could you imagine? You're like, hey boss, how's it going? It's like, oh, it's
Thanks,
not bad.
Mike.
You're fucking fired. Have a nice day.
You're fired. Like, that's like, see, it's stuff like that that makes me think, like, that's how you get stalked by ghosts.
What's up, Michael?
You know? That lady fired me back in 03. I'm going to find her and haunt her.
You know what? MaryLynn's going to be the next Conjuring house owner. I'm going to fire you because someone told me you were stealing.
Right?
That's wrong.
Did you guys
The
ever watch
ghost
that
told-
Minority
The ghost
Report?
told me you did it.
Did you guys ever watch Minority Report?
Yes.
Was it
Tom Cruise
that was Tom
movie?
Cruise, right?
Yeah. Where he goes into the past to bust people who commit crimes in the future before they commit the crimes.
Yes.
That's like kind of fucked up, dude.
But I'm not doing anything. It's them not doing their job.
But
She's-
I'm saying you're psychic, so you probably knew they were going to mess up, so you just pre-fire them.
You know what?
No comment.
You know what? What is the scene from? I want to say it's Avengers Endgame, and they're sitting in the room and they're talking about how time travel works, and he was like, "So hot tub time machine is just a bunch of bullshit," and then he was like, and he goes because Hulk is telling them, he was like, when you go back in the past, that now becomes your present.
Yep.
And you're where you were in the future becomes your past. It doesn't work that way. And then he goes, well, I mean, why don't we just go back and find baby Thanos? And he's like, that. He was like, first of all, that's terrible. He goes, it's Thanos though. Like, who cares?
Right? Right. Yeah, that's the Minority Report paradox, right?
Yeah.
So you
Can
kept
you-
telling me I need to watch Squid Game. So we actually started watching that. And so we're about to start episode 3. So,
Nice. What do you think
it's
so
been
far?
good.
Pretty wild, huh?
well, in the very beginning, I was like, okay, I can't get into it. It's like, it took a bit. And it was like, okay,
Yeah.
towards the end.
Because you don't really like the main character at first,
Yes. Yeah.
but he grows on you a lot.
He grows. Yes. So now
I
it's like,
have-
okay, so what's going to happen?
I have yet to join the Squid Game bandwagon.
You know
If
what's funny
once
is
you
it took
get
me a
past
long
the
time. I
first
didn't watch it when
episode,
it first
it's
came out either.
good.
Yeah. I don't
But
know what either one of y'all said. Y'all just talk over each other. It's funny.
I said I didn't watch it initially either. It probably
Yeah.
took almost a year before I actually watched the Squid Games. And when I did, I genuinely liked it. But the Koreans do drama so well.
Watch what you say on your next coming
No,
words.
right? That's the truth.
Maybe.
There's a movie that they made called Old Boy. There's an American version and it's terrible, but the original Korean version is so mind effing and so incredible. They also did a movie called The Host. They're just really good at creating these suspenseful situations,
I feel like the Japanese do that really well too, because Huon, which is the original Grudge,
Grudge.
was pretty top tier. And then Ringu, which was the Ring,
Phenomenal.
was top tier also. I feel like American culture and American movies, they just take things and just try to put their spin on it for Americans to understand it. But yeah, I mean, I think that other ethnicities and other nationalities, they do a lot of things better than Americans do.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
translate
all
properly.
cultural.
Well, first
What's
of all,
that?
Japanese
Next,
horror is scary as shit to begin with.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Never seen what?
A Japanese horror movie.
So if you've seen The Ring,
Mhm.
it's 10 times scarier.
Ah, okay.
If you've seen The Grudge, it is 20 times scarier.
I've not seen The Grudge.
In
And
the
Grudge has been
American,
remade. I didn't know that.
well, yeah, because that was Huon or Yuan, Howon.
No, but they made The Grudge and then The Grudge 2, but then somebody did like a remake of the American version.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but the original was Huon.
But yeah,
Um,
the original.
Yeah, and those movies are twice as scary as any horror movie you can come up with that was American made. Now I think there was one that I watched probably about 6 months ago. It was a Netflix special. It was about a priest in Europe, or a father. It was an maybe it was just called exorcism or something. I'm not really sure.
Two boys in an altar.
Wrong kind of thing to bring up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was wild. You got to stop with that, Mike. You've really got to stop with the crazy pop culture references. I don't want a single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of
It
the trip.
wouldn't be him if it was. He didn't do it.
Oh my god.
No, you
yeah, but
can't stifle him.
Yes, but find other references that are not sexual.
Mike, you need to get a room.
Right? Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh my
Think about the
god.
girl.
That poor dog.
Oh.
Doesn't know better. Doesn't know what she's ingesting. And poor dog. Poor wife, actually.
Right.
Sorry. I know she can hear. Poor wifey.
Right. She's feeding the other pups.
Oh, okay. But
Okay, I just got a visual on there that no.
So what all do we have coming up? And Mike and MaryLynn are going to be at Missouri Paracon as vendors. Yes,
We do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's our first pop up. That's February something or other. 28th. I guess we gotta.
March 1st.
Yeah,
I've got
we
to
gotta
update
get the-
this, but this is the one that I have here. Missouri Paracon will be there, and then Lone Star in March, and we have actually 3 different locations in April.
no.
Vince, are you
so
going to
I
be
will-
at Missouri?
I will be at Cajun. I will be at Broadhead, and you don't have the bash on there.
Yeah, because I need to update it, but we
Oh,
are
okay.
on there, and I'm actually doing the midnight,
Seance
not the seance, but the gallery readings.
Nice.
on the booze of the battleship.
Yes.
Right. I'm thinking about Missouri Paracon. I didn't realize the price. The price is expensive, so I'm thinking about it.
It
But,
was absurd.
yeah, it's not a pretty price.
It's going to be worth it because there's supposed to be like 10,000 people that go through there.
Oh my god.
There
I
better
don't
be.
know. It's just something I got to think about. So I got to figure out if I can swing it or not. Plus, I have all of this month I got to re-up on merch and all that kind of stuff, and that's expensive.
Yeah.
So just working on some different things. I will be at the Hanover Tavern Paracon at the end of the month. We are filming 2 episodes for the Urban Investigator on the 18th and 19th. We're slowing down because they're working on other shows too, but we'll slow down until March, and then we're getting back into location again. Yeah, so it's I can't put up my thing on there, so
Well, if you'd send it to me, I can put it up for you.
right. I haven't put together a fancy little whatever, so let's see. So we have
Sounds like you too.
we will have a podcast with John Covey on
Oh, nice.
the 23rd of this month.
Okay. So
Hanover
what podcast?
That will be Crossroads podcast. And then January 31st and the 1st of February, we will be at the Hanover Paracon in Virginia.
Nice.
February
Virginia.
3rd. February 3rd, we will be on the Spooky Hour podcast. Middletown Paracon in Ohio.
I keep hearing about that one.
Middletown Paracon in Ohio. That is. Oh, see, look, I've got everything wrote down. I need to make a thing. Middletown Paracon in Ohio, March 28th and 29th. Cajun Country Paracon, April 11th and 12th. And then we'll be on the booze on the battleship USS North Carolina in Wilmington, North Carolina on April 26th. Penhurst Paracon, 17th and 18th of May.
We're trying to get to that one.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But so the list just keeps going on and on. And
So I think Jenny was actually offering for us to sit at her table with her at Penhurst. So she's
Jay
looking
Davis?
into that.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about it.
No, Penhurst is fun. I didn't do so well my first Penhurst Paracon, but that was because it was my very first Paracon, and I was brand spanking new. It was my very first Paracon I'd ever done. So
Oh wow. It's supposed to be really big and good.
it's certainly a big Paracon. I think that's why people get upset that Parapsychon and Penhurst Paracon are the same weekend.
Yeah.
I think the two need to stop butting heads and need to come to some kind of compromise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because it shouldn't be a competition.
No,
There's
and it
plenty of
absolutely
people to go around.
No, but it absolutely is.
Right.
That sucks. All right, folks. Well, that's been an hour and 11 minutes. We might as well go ahead and cut it off. We'll have another show coming up on Wednesday. And that one's going to be extra sexy as well. Who's our special guest?
You would
MaryLynn.
ask. I do not have the list in front of me. Hold on a second. I'll pull it up.
Wow, the podcasters don't know who they're having on.
Well, I did this whole thing and got everybody lined up, and then I haven't looked at it. Hold on a second.
Well, we'll find out.
I was going to say, keep talking. Give me a minute.
Yeah, we'll give her a minute. 1 minute. Vince, how was your mac and cheese?
I love my son, but not a fan.
It looked like it was hot.
It was. I was not a fan.
Not a
Oh.
fan.
But he did try his best. We'll just have to work on perfecting it. It's fine.
Okay. Room for improvement,
For sure.
but the house didn't burn down.
No.
It was edible.
Well,
So we
Ish.
actually have Larry Eisler will be our next guest.
There he is.
very-
Scary
And then-
Larry.
Yes. And then after that, we'll have Louisiana Spirits.
nice.
So I do have it all right here. So
Nice.
Louisiana Spirits. That's the co-runners for Louisiana
the
Pigeon
Paracon.
Paracon. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
they're
we are
amazing,
actually
man. I love
the main sponsors there. So, and I'm doing gallery readings for them as well.
Nice.
Lots of galleries
Yes.
and readings.
Excited for that.
Wow. All right, folks. With that, why don't you go ahead and play us out?
I will play us out. Thank you.
Peace, everybody.